Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all infinite praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Hakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and elder bishops across the four winds of the earth that puts in teaching the truth and our sincerity and righteousness, as well as you brothers, you Akim, that also puts in teaching the truth. Excuse me. And shalom to you Aquafium and your very few sisters who have been in order and keeping the faithful last days to doing y'all need to be doing. And shalom to the Lord's elect, 144,000 and 1/3. Shalom to y'all, so we call ourselves the hopeful elect. All right, coming back to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, another lesson in exhortation. Your Lord's word is quick and edifying, straight to the point. A quick hit, for something that well, not something, but from my plow, for when I hit the plow yesterday. It was a Jake, he was passing by, pulling up, was passing by, you know what I'm saying, he been, Jake been fucking, the kind of car he was driving a, not really important, but the kind of car he was driving a Benz, like one of the truck, 4-door, just a Benz, an expensive car, right? I damn sure can afford it, right? But anyways, he pulled up, as everybody else, I was right by a stop sign, so of course, when they stop right there, they'll be looking at me, being nosy, of course, and seeing what I was doing, and he rolled down his window all while I was talking, and you should see it in the video, in the live. I go up to him or whatever. He asked me, you doing the YouTube video or whatever, and I said, yeah. He asked me what I was doing. I can't really hear him at the same time, for all that he was saying. Basically he was just asking me, what I was doing. I told him, yeah, I was preaching the word, preaching the Bible. And he was like, what you doing it on? Like, what platform you doing it on? I told him YouTube, give him my channel. I walk, as you see in the video, I walk up to him. I would have had it. I would have showed you the clip. But, I was just rushing to try to do this video because I was on my break. Well, I am on my break, but, but yeah, I just give him my YouTube channel, Jake Parry. He may watch it or whatever. But the main reason why I'm doing this video and why I'm speaking on that is because Jake had, when I saw Jake nails, I was, oh goodness. I was going to say something at that moment too. I was like, man, what the fuck? But I just let it be. I honestly should have said something, but he was in the car. I was already, preaching. And look like he was about to go, so I said, I ain't about to hold you up or whatever. So give him my YouTube, say I, be safe, and he just did, right? But Jake had his nails painted. I don't know if I said that already, but Jake had his nails painted, right? Like I said, I wasn't going to say something about it right there and then, but, Jake like he always in a hurry. But Jake had Jake had his nails painted, and the color was pink. Pink nails. He had on I believe, either on the ring finger or pointing finger or whatever. I really don't give a fuck. Middle finger, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? But on one of the fingers, he had something written. I just didn't pay that much attention to it, honestly. I ain't want to see that shit. I did not want to see a grown-ass man in a fucking Benz at that with fucking painted nails. Painted fucking nails, G. Color pink at that. But, just to go into that a little bit, of course, I got Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5, right? As it says, the women should not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua their God. Right? And that includes, you know what I'm saying, wearing wigs, dresses, you know what I'm saying, just looking like a female, right? Having that feminine spirit on you, all while you're supposed to have a masculine spirit. You're supposed to be a man. You're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, be manly, you know, right? Supposed to do things that a man would do, not things that a woman would do, right? Things that meant for a man is meant for a man, and things that meant for a woman is meant for a woman. That's how the Most High created, right? The Most High created men and women for a reason. And had them to be the way, play the roles that they play for a reason, right? A man being masculine and a woman being feminine. Okay? You ain't supposed to have no fucking painted nails, or, you know what I'm saying, wearing no wigs or wearing no dresses, you know, acting no happy way, right? You know, just don't. You're supposed to be a man, you know. And as I'm doing this video, damn, I just had, you know what I'm saying, one of my bosses or whatever, he just got a new hire, and turns out he's a damn Sodom. He's Sodom, right? So I've been dealing with this nigga about fucking since like half of the day, I should say. You know. So I was dealing with Jake about half of the day, just listening to the way he just talking. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he got that way of the way they talk, you know what I'm saying? When these sodomites be talking and shit, man. You know how the way they be talking. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make their voice sound like a female and shit like that. So with this whole, in Babylon, they push this shit. That's that, you know, how is that's that wine, you know what I'm saying, that Babylon gave unto all the nations to try to follow their, you know what I'm saying, that democracy bullshit, right? All about democracy, all for the people, right? Let the people be the way they want to, you know what I'm saying, be for the people. Yeah, when you be for the people don't know how to be for themselves. They don't know how to guide their life. They don't know how to be about. You got niggas want to change themselves to a female, and you got females that want to change themselves to a male. Shit, these females not even doing that. They just dressing as males and just, you know what I'm saying, buying straps and shit like that just so they can play as a man. This society is backwards, right? It got the men and the women backwards as hell, you know? Romans chapter 1. And, you know, I would go a little further and a little more into all this, you know, but, you know, I'm about to be off my break in a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. Excuse me. Let's see where I'm going to start at. It's a lot I'm going to read, honestly. I can start at, let's see. Matter of fact, I'll just get straight to the point. Romans chapter 1 and verse 21. And it reads, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him, not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Does it sound like it? Give me a minute. Excuse me, let me read that one more time. Romans chapter 1 and verse 21, and it reads, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him, not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but become vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. But fuck. Excuse me, man. Alright, continuing on. 26. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the nature used into that which is against nature. Transformers. You know, the Skittles community, right? The ABCD, you know, Elemental LQ, you know, them motherfuckers. You gotta accept me for who I am, bitch. Die. What are you talking about? You're done. Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving their natural use of the women, burned in their lust one to another, man with man, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was met. And most of the time, men nowadays, these so-called young niggas and shit like that, they now starting to be D-low niggas, man. You know, playing hard in front of the homeboys and shit like that when they in public around the females and shit. But closed doors when nobody else looking. These niggas really are penetrating themselves. Shit, look at Alizé. And even as they, verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. The Lord let these, you know, sodomites be the way they is, you know what I'm saying, to destroy them. Right? To destroy them, to do away with them. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debates. You know these niggas love debates. Deceit, malignity. I don't know what the fuck going on in my throat. Whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, the spiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful, who, knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do it. So all that take pleasure in all this, right? Take pleasure in being, you know what I'm saying, of the world, you know what I'm saying, being with the same sex, right? Out committing murder, don't give a fuck, right? Not being obedient to the Lord's commands. You're gonna perish for that. All that deserve death. Murder and Sodom, you know what I'm saying, self-adultery and all of that. Those are abominations to the Lord. And what are abominations? No, I get that, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Matter of fact, hold on. I'll just put it like this, 'cause I know head of abominations. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna grab another one. I'm gonna grab another one after this, then that's what I'm in it. I'm gonna zoom past this. Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 13, the Lord hateth all abominations, and they that fear the Most High loveth not. We don't like that shit, man. Right? We don't condone in that shit. We don't, to just keep that shit away from us, man. Right? Because this is what the Lord gonna do to his people that just want to do after their own way. Right? This is what the Lord gonna do to sinners. Amos 9 and 10. all the sinners of my people, who? The Israelites, two-thirds of his people. All the sinners of my people should die by the sword, which say the evil should not overtake nor prevent us. Oh, the Lord don't care the weapon. No, he'll sell me. He don't care. I don't care what you say. Y'all just misconstruing the Bible, this and that. Shut the fuck up. This is what the Bible says. If you don't believe what the Bible says, you don't believe what the Lord says. But this is his word. Right? So at the end of the day, you can go against the word of the Most High, claiming that you know him, this and that, the third. How you know him? First of all, you don't even know his word. You're not following his word. If you would know the Most High, you would follow his word. You wouldn't be gay. You wouldn't be sleeping with the same sex, right? Or you wouldn't be painting your nails, or you wouldn't be wearing no dresses, or this and that, the third, right? You know. And I want to say this, back to Deuteronomy, where it says a woman should not wear pertaining to what a paraphrase, a woman should not wear pertaining to a man. IUIC love to push that upon these women, saying have them wear these dresses and this and that, the third. At the end of the day, we keeping the law, statutes, commandments to the best of our ability. But for these sodomites and this and that, the third, we bringing out these scriptures, we bringing out these law, statutes, commandments in order to show you that this is the way we supposed to be. If you choose to go against it, that's on you, and the Lord gonna deal with you because of that, right? In the situation that we in captivity. Like I said, just get the laws to the best of your ability. Women, it's not. We will rather for y'all to wear dresses. Yes, we will rather for y'all to wear dresses. But at these jobs and this and that, they're going to require you to wear pants. So just abide. Just do what you got. Just do the best you can. Do the best you can. But being a sodomite, you gotta change that shit. You gotta change that shit. Being of that way, you gotta change your ways. Can't be like that. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and end on that. Lord's will, you was edified through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Hawashai. It's a lot. This damn all this mucus in my throat, I think. Yeah, whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it by giving all if and the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Hakodash, Wa Baba Ball, Del to the